If you're watching this, it's likely that you're anticipating upcoming expenses related to your heating and air system. While there are a number of things that could go wrong with an HVAC system, a few components tend to have more issues than others, and it's pretty straightforward to break down the repair costs. So stay tuned as we break down these prices for you in this video. HVAC repairs account for a high number of calls in Los Angeles County. While not every repair is the same, we've seen enough of them to know what usually needs fixing and how much those repairs will cost homeowners. We'll not only break down the general costs associated with these repairs that are out of warranty, but also shed light on crucial pain points determining the right moment to retire specific components. We will also include chapters in the description, so if you know what you're looking for, you can jump to that specific component. Jumping right in, let's talk furnace capacitors. Replacing furnace capacitors is one of the most common repairs. Capacitors supply the jolt of energy blower motors need to start spinning up the fan to provide warm air to your home. Luckily, this repair isn't too bad and will run you about $200 to $400 on the high end. While nobody wants to spend this kind of money on a repair, it's a must for those in colder climates. Technicians usually spot capacitor issues during routine tune-ups and can prevent you from having issues when you need your furnace the most. But capacitors aren't the only pitfall of furnaces when it comes to the most common HVAC repairs. Furnace flame sensor. Now, another common repair is the furnace's flame sensor. This one is more or less what it sounds like. Furnaces have a sensor that detects whether a flame is present in the furnace. The main issue flame sensors run into is having an excess buildup of carbon. A small or regular amount can be cleaned away by a technician during a tune-up, but the greater buildup will result in needing a replacement. You can expect the repair to come out to about $150 to $300. Now, let's take a look at some other types of repair costs you might run into down the line. A thermostat. This one is more of a straight up replacement situation rather than a repair. If your thermostat goes south, then you'll have no way to control your home's temperature accurately. It's an urgent issue, but not at all that challenging. Having your thermostat replaced can cost around $200, potentially less. If you're confident, you can actually do this yourself at cost. The final cost to replace will come down to which model you choose. Smart thermostats often come with rebates and credits to offset some upfront investment. Control board. The control board is directly responsible for communicating with your thermostat and other components in your HVAC system, like the blower motor. If your control board goes out, your system won't be able to communicate with your commands, and you'll be out of luck in terms of heating or cooling. Repairing a control board can hit up to about $600, while parts will likely only cost around $200. This repair can't be ignored and will tank your system if it goes unchecked. Blower motor. Your HVAC system features a blower motor to distribute air throughout your home, which is one of the most important parts. Unfortunately, this is where your cost to repair starts to climb. If you run into issues with your blower motor, you might see repair bills up to about $700. Ductwork. Ductwork is the circulation system of HVAC. Without ductwork or with busted ductwork, your home won't receive the benefits of your hard-working HVAC system. Non-HVAC installers or yourself may step on ductwork while performing other work, causing damage. If this happens, you will need to get a handle on the situation to ensure your system is running at peak efficiency. Repairing ductwork can cost up to about around $1,000. In some cases, you'll need to replace whole runs, which is where things start to rise in price. Evaporator coil. Continuing with the list of potential repairs, evaporator coils are even more expensive to repair. The evaporator coil is responsible for cooling the refrigerant circulating within an HVAC system so that it can absorb the heat. Repairing an evaporator coil can cost up to about $2,000, with $400 being the low end of the scale. Condenser coil. Condenser coils take heat from indoors and release it outside of the home. They're important in keeping your home comfortable during the warmer months. Repairing a condenser coil runs about the same as an evaporator coil. You can expect to see bills up to $2,000 and sometimes beyond. Like any technology, there's a point of diminishing returns when the cost time or safety concerns outweigh the effort required for repair. For HVAC, this would be when the repairs hit about $1,500 to $2,000. Now, instead of trying to save a part that will cost you that much, it's often in your best interest to consider a total replacement rather than a repair. A more extreme example of this would be a cracked heat exchanger. This is a significant issue that calls for immediate replacement because it can leak carbon monoxide and threaten the well-being of your family. In this case, you'd want to get that thing out of your home as quickly as possible for peace of mind. Hey, if you found any of this information in the video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing to our page where we're constantly adding videos on plumbing, heating, and air to our channel.